Yo, what is up, guys? Real Diversity here. We're back with another prediction slash review episode for Dr. Stone. I think we're on episode 19, episode after the Stone Wars. I didn't quite catch the name of this episode, but it's all in the description and all that good stuff. So you would know. But I just finished watching the episode, so my mind's a little fresh. A lot of times when I do these prediction videos, I don't like it would be like maybe a day or a couple hours or so after watching the episode. But here I just finished the episode, so it's all fresh on my mind. Also, it's for everyone's knowledge, these videos are not scripted, so a lot of times this is all off the top of my head, so um, it is if I stutter and things like that, sorry. It's just because I'm not like this isn't pre-prepared. This is straight off the top of my head. So we're gonna hop in it. But first, if you leave a comment, uh, if you would like me to do reactions video to the episodes, because I think I figured out how to do it. I tried to do one earlier. Also, I did do a sample one. So if you guys like want to even see what it may be like, I did one and it's on Instagram. This account's Instagram, which is real dot diversity. There's a like a 2 minute video, and it's in my on my channel, and it says like uh reactions video to Dr. Stone or something. So go click on that, and it elaborates on how to like watch the episode and things like that. So check that out if you want to see that reaction video, and leave a comment if you want me to do that. It's like two parts to the video, but the video was like 40 minutes long. I couldn't upload the whole thing, but we got enough on it just so you guys can get like an accurate judgment of that. But okay, so without further ado, we're gonna get talk about the episode first. But before we talk about the episode, actually, let me start talking about my predictions from last time. So last time I predicted that Hugo would get away by himself, or they all get away, or no one gets away, things like that. But it was a big twist to the episode, and like I said, we're going to talk about that. But my predictions were slightly right, which I did assume one of them would to get back to Takasa and notify him that Sync was alive. So it was a little bit right, but overall, I couldn't make accurate predictions for that episode because it was just like no way to really guess what would happen next. And which it really did surprise me what happened in this episode. So also as well, I mentioned some either further details. So go check out that other video too if you want to see what I'm talking about. And also thank you if you're this is your second. If you've seen some of my videos already and you enjoy them, please thank you for the support. So, getting into the episode. So, first off, it started by basically having a flashback of Hugo, and he was having a flashback of getting revived. And basically, we got to see a slight glimpse of Takasa's Wait, what is it? Tukasa and his empire. So we got to see a little glimpse of that, and so we still didn't get to see Taiju or Yuzuria. We didn't get to see neither of them yet. But they were mentioned in the episode, in which we'll talk about a little later. But mainly, we got to see. So we got to see a little glimpse of what's going on over there. We know what they cooking up some. They working on some stuff over there. We know we see now that Takasa, I said Taiju, Takasa, we see now that he really has been working and like, trying grinding to build up that army. So that right there is like okay. So but we also saw a new character. I thought Hugo might be the only new character, but we also saw quite a few other people in his empire that might not be relevant, may be relevant. But there is a new girl. I did not catch her name. But she was caught. She caught started fires. Let me say it like that. She started fires on the villages, on the house, and then she burnt one of the bridges. So they all had to evacuate and escape. Uh, and get to safety. So that right there was a big surprise and just totally unexpected. I thought, or I didn't see that coming. I didn't know Hugo was just distracting. Like that was not at all like I said. This is exactly what I meant last episode when I said it would be pretty hard to predict, because that is extremely hard to predict something like that. But yeah, so they all now apparently I guess I think they're rebuilding the houses. At a bit near the end of the episode. The episode felt really quick. Building the houses near the end of the episode, or rebuilding the houses, but we got to see a little glimpse of Huga's true colors. Now here, during that episode, they went up the mountain, and there was obviously a little wind gust blowing down some of that sulfuric acid, and some of that that's poisonous. So um, they had to rescue the younger girl, and they pretty much trapped Hugo and his man there for a little minute until the gas cleared out. Now, we saw what I mean by we saw a little bit of Hugo's true colors is okay. Takasa to me, he seems evil, but well not I wouldn't say evil. He seems bad, but he's pretty much like Madara or no who had maybe Aizen. It's who Stein, hero killer Stein. It's like he's a bad guy with a good logic to it. Pain. If Pain from Naruto. I was trying to think of some villains that he's relatable to. He seems maybe like that type where it's like he's his ways of going about it ain't the best, but it's all in good faith, we might see later he for sure probably had a bad childhood or something like that, which we may just happen to run across later. But this is my prediction for his past. They're gonna probably get more into it later, but I feel like at the end of the day he's still a good guy in a sense. But Hyuga basically just killed this man off just to see if they weren't lying about the gas. Like, yeah, you go down there and see, So maybe he seems a little more brutal to me, but yeah, just wanted to point that out. And moving forward, so the village burnt down. Senku. Okay, yeah. So I think that's pretty much the big topics until I want to get to the last thing. Let me think real quick. Yeah, pretty fast track episode. Okay, so I think those are just the kind of key events there and things I wanted to mention beforehand. But so we're gonna talk about the end of the episode now. So the end, Senku wanted to create cell phones. Now that seems like a really dumb idea to me, to be frank with you. I don't. But he elaborated why, but at the same time, I just don't really see it right now because, and I'm gonna tell you why. Is because it's not a 3 second process. At the end of the episode, they basically drew out a plan again. Basically, you guys know how many episodes it took for them to make that sulfur antibiotic, the cure all drug. But it took like 4 or 5 episodes, and the list the list they had for making cell phones seemed just as long. And I know they got stuff to repeat stuff, like they already got electricity generators. I think they got a generator, and they already got metal and whatever. But it seems too premature for, I don't know. But also I want to point this out. So he's making the phones for Taiju, and we probably can assume Yuzuria. Sorry if I botched the name. I'm pretty sure that's how I say it. Yuzuria. He's trying to make phones for them so that, because they're obviously still inside the Empire, Takasa's Empire, so they're gonna probably be basically spies. Which is what they have always been there for. So once they actually meet up, there's gonna be a lot of like probably backstory telling. I can really see I can pretty much see what's gonna happen here for like the next 5 episodes, and it's gonna be a decent amount. I guarantee. Let me break down like this. I guarantee. So it's gonna be 3 episode, 3 or 4 maybe just they might already have a bunch of stuff. So maybe 1 or 2, 1 to 4. I'm gonna just generalize like that. Episodes of them building the phone. Then there's gonna be an episode or two about Taiju and his experience in the Empire. So, because basically when they went to go back with Taiju, there was nobody revived there. So there is a lot that has happened in that like 6 month period that we have not seen. So they're gonna probably basically talk about that for sure. So as far as I know, that's probably was the next like 4, 5, 6 episodes are gonna be about is basically that. Or they could rush it in just a couple episodes if they just skip a lot of stuff. I don't think they really want to waste too much time at this point in the series. Just how they kind of rushed that fight right there. They Senku. I mean, like they already burnt their village, and I don't. It seems a little quick right now. So maybe they might fast track a little bit, to just get some key events. So yeah, what I feel like in my biggest prediction, I think I said this already last episode, but it was a little more implied by Senku himself. And I said, I think last episode that I really don't think anyone is gonna die per se, by like fighting wise and things like that between Takasa Taka. I keep feel like I'm botching the name. No, I feel like no one will die from that altercation between the Kingdom of Science and Takasa's army. So I think Senku will be somehow, some way, somehow able to Naruto, no talk jutsu him into basically. I think how they say talk no talk, cause like that. Basically they're gonna convince him. I think probably to turn to the good side. So that's my just biggest overall general prediction is that it really won't end with a lot of brutal violence and maybe things like that. But I feel like it's just definitely just gonna they're all just probably gonna join Senku. And cause like I said earlier too, there is a greater threat. There's a common evil, common good, and they may even be forced to join side. There may even be something bigger that we don't see. But like I said, we don't know what purified everybody. That is, like I said, whatever it is or cause, I feel like it's gonna be the greater or evil. So we don't know. It could be a person, could just been nature. We don't know yet, but I feel like if it was people involved, there's still an organization or group around that caused it, even at 3,000 years later for sure. And they would definitely probably come back, and that may force everyone to be together or join Senku. But that's just what I foresee in the later game. But for next episode, let's just predict for next episode, which I think they're just gonna basically um build on the phone, the smartphone. We may get a glimpse of some old characters, Taiju example. But I feel like mainly the more we're gonna focus on is just them building the phones. And I don't. They could really fast track into one episode, but I really just don't really see that happening. But like I said, cause we're here for the science. That's what this really is about. Science. That's what you signed up for watching Doctor Stone, Kingdom of Science. But yeah, no fighting, just science, no conflict. No more action for a little second. We're just gonna focus on, I think, the phone. So yeah, I think that's all we're gonna have for next episode. I think that covered everything review wise. We talked about the prediction, overall prediction. I always like to generally summarize that. We did talk about the general plot prediction. So if you are liking Doctor Stone so far, hit that like button, man. It's a really great anime. It's really well, I feel like well told and things like that. And we're gonna keep covering it. So I made this, tried to make this one early. I try keep making them early. I don't know how long the episode's been out, but I know I caught it today. But if you guys want to see anything else, leave a comment on what you want to see, and I will leave a review for it. Don't forget their reactions video. Please like and subscribe to the video. Real Diversity, we're out. Peace.